Time for Rasa recording. Um, social media, social media, social media, social media, social media. People spreading lies, people preaching and beating people for money. I think it's like a marketing. People lie about their products. They just want to get a sales, so they lie about their products and that in our communities and happen everywhere in the world. Look, people are diffusing, are actually uh, diffusing people's mind and confusing a lot of people to do with their trade. It's a trade all over the planet. It's a trade everywhere, all corners. It's a trade for the food, for life provisions. So store trading. So that is the enjoyment of the soul body upon on the human community. We don't know much. We don't know much at what the insects what they're actually doing, but what we can see, they live in their paradise, and they also living in they live in economy, in a ways of the economy. They build economy, and they have to, like us we're doing, the insects are doing the same things. I don't know much about the birds. They might be doing this all trade all over the place, and people are selling their product. Jesus Christ, religious belief has stolen the mind of reincarnations, of the reincarnation, has stolen the mind of reincarnation and connections to the spiritual world. There is a spiritual world and there's a physical world, as we all know. What is in the blood is our spirit. What is in the science are the spirits. And then we can actually somehow connect naturally through the physics and transfer ourselves to the spiritual where it happens. People are doing it. A lot of people are actually enjoying life, as I say. It's all trade all over everywhere, spiritual and physical. People are confused with doctrines, book, Christianity, Muslims, religious, this and that, which are stealing from you, from and all that, to define yourself. It take you off, and people has been enslaved by the mind of this trading being set by the systematic of human life necessities and our provisions that we needed among us during the time we spent on this planet. So we're fighting over food, killing, hate to kill for our food. This begin from the beginning of times, has been always there. Has risen a queens over lands, and trading comes back to trading, life necessities and life provisions. Tense war against ourselves, and it keep going on, and you suffer. You go be hungry if the mind is not working. The body tired very much, so you got to use the mind to less struggling the body and to understand the function of your system. So that's all complicated in it. My contribution, people help me where I am. Someone has to build my electricity power. Someone has to do my water bill. I go out and also do other things for people. I get paid. They get paid. So we are there to work, and that's how we create everything. There's no God here creating as other people may think, those who are lacking of material and life provisions, who does not have the material to create their own their own, you say like their own material, their own provisions, and that have to rely on the others, like the poor countries with the rich countries. due for part of the trading and fighting over things and cheating. Rich could be poor and all that. Depend how smart you are to use the mind and all that. And so that's what is going on. My contribution to people who are trying to find their reading. I'll also just put this one here for others to come and you listen to me. It might trick or something of your brain that will open your mind. I'm not here to confuse you or to make you believe me. Look, I've got what I've got I'm fine with mine. I don't need your advice, and I sorry to say I don't need your advice. I like to take your advice and use it with me, and or I've read from others and I've listened to others, and that purified my thinking, made me really assure of myself of what my thinking is so strong and so true from what others has experienced. This is the advice I got from people from their own experience, made me realize who I am, that what I'm feeling, that's the reality. That is real. Because I have two hands, two eyes, hair, and my others. They let me know those in the humankind, they look the same. They have hands, fingers, and everything, just like I do. So that's how I know I'm human, and that's how they know. Yeah, that's how we are from. Yeah. So I put it this way, and love is the key. As you wish to be done to yourself, to do others is the key. And that's our good well-being. It's all wanting. That's our needs. Yeah. Good overcome evil. Wrongdoing is bad, which it is intentional doing. It is the evil. We do wrong things that aren't evil. They are mistakes, and that show us what is evil. And then when you intentionally do that kind of things, that's when it's evil. So we have to be clear of this, and who died for who died for this. This fear of death, that you are going to die, and the day you die, this and that. Because of that, you have to be good, because you don't know what you're going to do. But that also will help. You better be, because you don't know what you're going to face. So be fair yourself, and don't be negative. Don't do things that you feel a judgment there. Then you will be judged. So look onto those kind of things and set yourself free. Like when I know that I've taken something from my brother, I know he will come for it. So I'm not gonna be really well. I'm not gonna be thinking clean, because I think I will be always aware of someone's gonna come after me. That means that has made me sinner, and that is the mind of the sinner. The sinner always want to find something because he has done something. Just stop being sin. Just stop being sin, and you'll be fine. You can sin all the time and be sorry every time you sin. You go and beg. That's excuses making a sin. It's better to stop sin. So, to stop sin, that is better. That's what it should clear. So, when you say someone has died for you, has forgiven your sins and that, I say that is not true. Nobody died for someone for their sins to be washed. Those people that died, they are Lord the Christians. They are the soldiers. The true Christians are soldiers who actually place themselves in your defense. They die for you. They are the people. They are the Christians. They are the people I call Christianity. They are soldiers. They are loyalties. They give themselves up for you. That's why if you talk about Christianity, Christ to come and save you. That's what I see. A soldier as a Christ, as a Christian. Every soldier, regardless you are Muslim, anybody that defends your own community, you are a Christian. that you sacrifice, you put yourself onto the line for others, you are a Christian. That's why Christ alike does. They come and risk themselves to rescue you. That's what Christ does. So anybody that do this are Christians. That's how the spiritual Christians I call the good, the righteous, I say, because Christians are coming from the Christo and Islamic movement. So, and where I come from, to say a righteous person, they took the name of Christianity and put it on a righteous person for where I was coming from. In other direction, a righteous clothing was over Islam. But I pull all this cloth off, and that's when I realized myself righteous. But when we talk about Christ, the meaning of Christo itself, Christ to risk itself to rescue others. Christ, the meaning of Christ is to die to save others. It's a soldier. So when I see a soldier, I haven't seen when I'm going to church and I see a soldier, I've seen Christ. Because this man can also put his body on the line to save my life. Not the one who would steal my brain and steal my consciousness. That's the vampire. Anybody that will see your conscious and your consciousness and your awareness and will take your independence away from you because of death, it's the vampire. They're using death to deceive a lot of people, and everybody will go there. There's no one that will live forever. Whether you die today or tomorrow, it's all dead, be dead. It's no different. You're gone. You'll be lost forever. That's how. So this fear is what people are scared of, and that is why they are being righteous, doing good, because of fear of death. Now, but you should have been thinking, so we should do good, for good, as what good brings. It brings good, and but that's what things that we have to look into, and not into the promises on it, so that, you know what I mean, but oneself have to be willing. This is what we have to preach to the people, that oneself, one awareness and one consciousness, and realize yourself, and and awaken yourself, and open the inner brain, the wisdom brain inside you, and think yourself as God itself. For God has revealed himself in you. That's why I put it this way. How do you witness the life? You don't witness the life from you. You witness it from yourself. So within you, God is in there. So look within yourself, and you'll find yourself. Take all the negativity things away. Think about positive. To be righteous doesn't want to go far belong. Stay your righteous, good well-being. And if we can preach righteousness, self-righteousness among ourselves, I think people will carry things upon their shoulder rather relying upon somebody to come from the heaven to save us. As I said, we save ourselves. The Christ line, the Christian, not the Christo, I don't know what about them, but the meaning, when I grown up from the Christianity and group, what we understand, the Christ, that Yahshua from Israel, from Jerusalem, he's not Roman. And we know the Roman call him the Christo. That's true. When they say Christo, they mean Yahshua from Jerusalem. So that's what we put it. And Yahshua from Jerusalem did not live the way the Romans are saying. We know that. And we can feel him within ourselves. And everybody who believes who knows, who feels me, will understand, will feel my feel. We know him. It's not a picture, and it's not the image they show. It is the word, And when it hits you, you feel it. You know, the wisdom words. You know, that gives. It's not a picture, it's not an image, it's the words. But then people are selling the image and the color, and then the place, the image, Israel, this and that. They are tolerant. That is Israel history. Yasu come from Israel, and the history where Yasu came out. That does not make Israel over. We have an answer story. Israel better than me or you. I have come from another story. It happens that the Romans became superpowers. They win most of the battles, and the victors lost their information. And all those victors, those victims, had the true fact information, which was lost and destroyed, and false information was carried by the victors. So that is what we have been briefing through life. And we should understand today that always the fact has been brushed off and the victor carried the wrong information. That's how you have to put it this way. I give you this advice today. You to take it. Take it. I say, I came from Christianity background, but when we went to church, we learned Yahshua. We didn't learn Christians. You know, and we didn't learn Israel. We learned the words that was speaking. Do good, righteous. The words that was speaking. The words to love one another, to respect each other, is what we call Dayasu, and that's Rastafari. That spirit comes around. Robert Nesta Marley. See, that is the words. And when you hear the word, you feel it. You see, that is not the image. So I give you this, people, put in them head, and you to think and do something of your life. This is what I can help. And maybe I will start coming and also talk about my post stuff, my pictures and my art and my puzzles. What I put on my Facebook pictures are very powerful speaking words. And all the philosophies and professors will understand what I mean. That's why nobody can come and challenge me, because they can understand what I'm saying when I speak. So you look at all my arts, they are all writings. They are all talking. And if you can listen carefully, you can hear every word that I say. So you go and look at my pictures and my puzzles. They speak and they preach to you. Rasta.